Then I read the 48 Laws of Power. I was like, damn it. I was like, well, I see exactly what the hell happened to me. Idiot. I should have you should have read this thing. Should have tested it, checked it out. So,
some of those white collar guys, bro, they're real good at that manipulation.
bro,
What is it called? Like a silver spoon tongue or something.
Silver something, man. I don't know. I'm about to send some of these guys to Alligator Alcatraz in, I feel like, the U.S.
You hear a lot of alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Like, that's where I learned most of my Arabic is being in Chicago so long. Like, it's like Spanish.
You got mini Palestine over there.
Literally, bro. Like, I've got so many friends. I've got a good friend that works at Yusha right now, Safe, and like, straight from Palestine, just a killer. Hard worker, crushes it in health insurance. But, you know, I always joke around. I don't know if I
think I follow him on Instagram, Safe Hayek.
Yeah, Safe Hayek.
Yeah, we need to recruit him, bro.
Yeah, I was just with him the other night. Yeah, he's a killer.
He's a beast, bro.
But
he's like, dude, when I get excited when I see stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
other guys might hate, but like, dude, like his guys are grinding in the office on separation Saturdays too. Like,
yeah, man.
Everyone's
he puts in
winning.
the work. He puts in the work. We're live. We have another episode of Adversity Kings. Special guest today, Mahmoud Nasser. Nasser. Let's go, man. How you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing amazing, bro. Blessed to be here.
Let's go. How long you been in insurance?
Just about 4 years now.
4 years. Did you start with FFL?
Yep. Wiley Hawkins.
So Wiley recruited you?
Yep.
And how did he know you?
Dude, it's kind of a funny story. So I won't go too deep in it, but when I was 16, I was always a good kid, you know. I was an honor roll student. Like, I worked 2-3 jobs, but like I hung with the wrong crowd, did a few things like smoking, whatever. And I got sent off to some therapeutic boarding school.
Wow.
When I was 16, and that's where I met Wiley.
Yeah.
And I was only there for a short period of my life. It was like 3 months. You know, I finished senior year of high school early.
Wow.
But Wiley was like my roommate over there, essentially. Like, we chopped wood together, we hooped together, and that was my boy. And when we got out of there, like I said, it was just 3 months, and I seen him. He went into Boulder College in Colorado. Yeah. He was hooping, like, and you know, he would send me his clips. He would break ankles, whatever, and he dropped out one day. And like, I seen him posted in sales. He was traveling all over with these old people. I was like, what is this guy doing? Yeah. And while I was working college full time. I was working at a used car lot and working at internship. Dude, just like working 70, 80 hours a week while being on my stuff. You know, I was an honor roll student. Like, at the end of every month, bro, I was broke. You know what I mean? And I watched Wiley for like 22 months, bro, like a hawk. Yeah. And he would just constantly drip on me like, yo, my dad said you'd be good at this. Like, you need to get into it. I just sat there and watched him. Because I was like, you know, it's Wiley. Like, he's scamming. There's no way, you know? Yeah. From the goofy, silly white guy. And, you know, fast forward 4 years now, it's crazy.
Wow. And so what was growing up for you like?
So, I mean, I grew up with, I guess I got 4 sisters and a brother. Okay. I got 2 younger sisters, so they weren't really there, like, growing up as a child. But I was the older brother, you know, like the head of the household, kind of. Yeah. Because my dad was a real hard worker, providing, like, you know, he had the car lot. And before that, you know, he's working 2-3 jobs to provide for the family. Yeah. While my mom was a stay-at-home mom. Wow. So, like, I understood hard work at a young age. Yeah. And I grew up in Lexington, Kentucky. I was born and raised there. My family still lives there. I have a house there. And I'd say I grew up like an average kid. You know, I wrestled in middle school, played soccer. Wow. Had some buddies. And, yeah, I went to the University of Kentucky.
So you go to the University of Kentucky. I think I got some pictures of, you're going to laugh. Let me see this.
UK. There's not too much out there.
It's me on the field before a game.
Hell yeah. But no, bro, I mean, that's really not too much over there. You know, you got horses. Yeah. You got your boys.
I grew up in Arkansas. Oh, yeah, so I grew up like on a little farm, horses and all that. So you grew up in Kentucky. Where'd you meet Wiley, though?
In Montana.
Montana.
Yep.
You know, I had a guy that I think he actually works within, I think he works with Ronnie, so he probably works within your hierarchy then. And he got sent to a boarding school. His name's Ryan. And so, like, when he was growing up, he was a bad kid. And it was, like, out in the Midwest, too. Like, boarding school, but, like, no phone, no technology. Like, out in the desert, he made it sound like. Out in the mountains.
And they had me like a therapist. I swear, it was like, they would tell my parents, like, yo, he should stay here longer. But, like, I was good, you know, like I'd finish my school early. It was just like a money trap.
It didn't take long for you to realize like you didn't want to be out there.
No, I didn't need to be. Like the staff looked at me like, you don't need to be here. Like, what are you doing? And like, dude, I'd tell my parents in Arabic, I'd be like, yo, like they're playing it, like they're laughing at you guys.
Astaghfirullah. How long was Wiley out there?
Dude, Wiley was out there before me a little bit.
And
then when he was 18, he walked.
Yeah? He just walked back to civilization?
Yeah, he walked out. I'm pretty sure his dad picked him up, but like, I guess when you turn 18 over there, you're an adult. You can just walk out of there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what
sounds
he did.
Remember the movie Holes?
That's exactly.
Bro, it sounds like you guys were out there digging holes with lizards.
Straight up, bro. And there were some kids there that needed some serious help, though, I'll say that.
Yeah. But don't you think that, like, I don't understand, like, I get the intent, but trying to reform kids to, like, potentially bad kids that are making bad decisions and bringing them all together doesn't seem like it would work. It seems like it would make them worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're all bad and we come together, I feel like we're just going to get worse. I feel like I'd rather take a bad kid and remove them from the bad circle and put them around a lot of good kids.
Yeah.
Getting good grades, you know what I mean? Really good habits in church, something like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, it's true, because you become around, you know, the 5 people you hang with. 5 bums, you're the 6th one, you know?
Yeah.
5 millionaires, you're the 6th millionaire.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, dude, when those devious kids were together, they would plop, bro.
Like, you guys were definitely.
I've seen some crazy, like, dude, some guys were there, like, they needed, like, getting high on nutmeg. Like, I heard some crazy stories. Like,
I can't
on some
imagine.
guys, and I was like, huffing gas, and I just look at these crazy kids like, dude, y'all need need Jesus, bro.
Need something, man. Okay,
they need Allah, Jesus. They need something,
you need
bro.
something. So, okay, so you're growing up. How old are you when you finally dip into insurance?
I was 21. I was graduating, and I was graduating 2 semesters early. Like, I went to summer school, got it done early.
So you got your degree?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you got the degree, but then you tell your parents, "Hey, I'm not going the traditional route. I'm going into insurance." What's their reaction?
Dude, my mom was sick.
Yeah.
She was like, you went to college for 4 years to go knock on doors.
Yeah.
And like, my dad saw the vision from day one. He's like, dude, give it all you got.
Yeah.
You know, like, he was super supportive. Like,
yeah, he's an entrepreneur.
I remember graduating, like being at my graduation, and
Yeah.
you know, one of my uncles saying like same thing, like, dude, you really got a degree to sell insurance?
Yeah.
And I looked at him dead in the face and was like, I'm gonna show you what selling insurance can do.
I feel like insurance now is different for the Muslim community opposed to what it was. You're Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was still scratching the surface, but it seems like there's a wave across insurance in general.
Yeah.
Through the Muslim community. It seems like you guys have really capitalized on it and done very well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was gonna say, like, us Muslim people, like, a lot of us are first generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, we understand hard work. Like,
Oh, more than pretty much everybody. It seems like, because if you dial it down and be like, oh man, no, the Muslims, they've got some type of advantage. They have a disadvantage because typically, like, it's not your first language, or you still have people in America that are prejudiced. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do business with Muslim, et cetera, whatever it might be. But really, the advantage that you guys have is the perception of other individuals thinking you have a disadvantage and that you're an underdog. So it puts like a chip on your shoulder. Plus, you guys have seen your parents work like dogs and then also go through war-torn countries. You know what I mean? Like, your parents, their parents have probably only experienced long periods of war. In the Middle East, it's just, it is what it is, regardless of people watch and be like, I side with this side, I side with that side. At the end of the day, lives are being lost on each side. People are being taken advantage of on each side. And when you go through that, it creates like, it can create a negative monster, or it can create like what you guys are seeing is like a positive monster. When you put that energy towards a good direction, you can do a lot of incredible things. Where people are like, what are they doing? It's like, English really isn't probably even some of these guys' first language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, then it's really only one variable to win and make millions of dollars in insurance, or really any business model. It's hard work.
Straight up. Know? And that's something like we understand. You know what I mean? Like you said, bro, people are out there being murdered right now. And like, we understand hard work. Like, dude, we've all had hard jobs out there, whether it was like busting in the heat, working at a car dealership, working in restaurants, dealing with people. Like, fortunately, now we're blessed. Like, even in person, it was still a little bit of a pain, but like, now it's virtual sales. Like, what? Like, there's no excuse. Like, you're sitting in an AC in the comfort of your home or an office, in a Zoom room.
Yeah.
Some people dial on the beach, like
Literally.
anywhere at any time, you know, and it's a blessing.
What was your first year like in insurance?
I sold over $508,000 in the field in person.
Wow.
Now it was like a crazy like profitability trajectory. I didn't make 500 grand my first year, but being in person, like I tell my agents this all the time, like we crawled through the hard shit so our guys could run.
Yeah.
And like you sold insurance in person,
3 years,
right?
Yeah.
And dude, you could book an appointment with them, but that doesn't mean they're gonna show up.
Yeah, they
you know. So they used to say book 30 appointments to sell 10K a week. I used to have to book like 50, 60 appointments a week just to put the numbers in my favor. So like I always understood that.
Yeah.
And so that first year I sold $508,000. I profited, you know, I traveled all over. Like I sold insurance in Hawaii, Alaska, here, there. And I profited.
Physically?
Yeah.
You didn't sell insurance in Alaska.
I swear to God.
No.
Yep.
Bro, what was going through your mind thinking,
Dude, Wiley was like, let's sell insurance in Alaska for a week or two. He's like, I got some leads over there, some mail leads. We can buy some internet leads. And let's just make a trip out of it.
Oh my God. Did you get big checks out of there?
Yeah, no, I made my money. And dude, it was insane. Like I remember being there at midnight. Like I had like a 10 grand day.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just trying to go to bed, bro, run it up the next day. And it's midnight. Like sun's out outside, bro.
Yeah. You see like any grizzly bears?
I saw a moose.
Oh
and
my
like,
God.
I was like, I didn't know moose were that big.
Yeah, it's probably like an elephant from like, they're massive, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I had an Alaskan guide hunter on the podcast. And some of the grizzly bears on Kodiak Island, which you definitely didn't go to, they get up to like 2,000 pounds.
That's insane.
It's insane. It's literally insane. Okay, so you've done Alaska, you've done Hawaii. So you flew to Alaska, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, thinking about it, I'm like, I could see Wiley doing a drive or something. Like, I'm going on a road trip, and driving 400 million hours to Alaska. So you do Alaska, you do Hawaii. 508,000 your first year. What was the first big paycheck you got that your parents were like, okay.
Dude,
I know your dad supported you, but like more so like mom. Like when did mom start to be like, oh my God?
Dude, it was like after that first month, because like I wasn't even all in. So like I was still finishing up my finals for my senior year.
Wow.
And I'd work like 4 days out of the week. I'd dial Thursday, book appointments for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like while I was still in school. And dude, I saw like $9,000 that first month.
Wow.
And I was like, holy hell, like this is
What
real.
mom say? Did you tell mom?
Dude, she was like, keep doing it.
Keep going.
keep going. And like, even at first, whenever I'd go travel to these places, she would be a little worried.
Yeah.
But now, like, she sees the checks. Like, thankfully, dude, I've been able to give him, you know, well over 6 figures, help my brother out. And bro, she's like, go wherever you need to go.
Yeah,
she's like, where's the next trip? Like, go. Just don't take long. And it's dude, the last 6 weeks, I've been probably like 6 different states.
That's crazy. Yeah, you've been all over the place.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it starts to take off. But here's another question, you know, I like to ask, because for me, it wasn't 508,000. It was like 222,000 or something my first year, door to door. 80% retention. It was all good. It was all solid. But I think back to then and then like now virtually coming in with that energy and that fire, and I just worked 7 days a week, 19, 18 hours a day. How much do you think you would have wrote if you came in now with it virtual, but you had the same energy, hunger that you came in when you first wrote 508,000?
Honestly, I think with the systems now, definitely way more. You know,
like
I feel like a mill would be like light work. Because dude, we used to work like imagine leaving your house at 6, 7 in the morning and not getting back till like 11 o'clock midnight.
Yeah, bro. Some nights you wouldn't get home till 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Facts. And we're not complaining. Like, dude, we're out there hustling.
You're just loving the game, bro. You're just loving the game. You're playing some podcasts, playing some books. You're playing a little music.
Talking to agents.
I was eating gummy bears and beef jerky for like 2 years out of my car. You know what I mean? Like just gas station food.
Yeah.
You know?
Turkey sandwiches came a long way.
Whatever, man. Like I can remember when I first started, I was on paper leads. So the leads weren't in my phone. I had to organize them in a paper stack, and then I put them through like this app. It was like geo mapping or something like that, where I could organize it geographically. So I wasn't one of the biggest mistakes I made when I first started selling insurance is I didn't organize my leads properly.
Yeah.
So one appointment would be 2 hours that way, another appointment would be 2 hours that way. And, you know, by the time the day was done, I did 4 appointments, booked, but only 1 or 2 showed up. But I drove 10 hours already for the day. So it's like now I already spent $200 in gas I can't afford. And I sat down with one person that told me I suck at selling insurance.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's so much more efficient. And we switched.
I don't know how people don't make it.
Yeah.
Now, like, you have to like want to be broke. I look at the homeless people that make $100,000 a year in Miami, and I'm like, I get mad. I'm like, how is a crackhead making more money? And you sell money. You're in America. You have the biggest like opportunity in the world, like the biggest advantage being born in America, regardless if you're first generation or what. If you're born in America, you have the biggest opportunity. Yeah. One of my favorite guys to talk to is a guy in your guys' business that top producer. I think his name's Mahmoud as well. And like you can very much tell he just learned English in like the last like year. You know what I'm talking about? And I love that guy because his energy is so like, he reminds me of Hamzat Chamaf. You know what I mean? Like, you know about Hamzat? Like, I kill everyone. He's like, he gives me a vibe of like, I sell everyone. I sell everyone. It's like, I'm here to take over. And like, that's all it takes, bro. Like, you just have to have that Hamzat energy of like, it's so easy to just dominate in a space if you're willing to just completely submerge yourself into it.
And I think like for us, like you could probably relate to this. Like once you have your why and like your mission, bro, there's nothing stopping you. Like I would tell guys this all the time. Like in my office, I see them like, dude, like I don't understand like how I'd show up there before some guys like, and I'm there later than some guys. I'm like, dude, I work Sundays.
You're clearing 7 figures a year in income now. And it's like, that's what blows my mind is like, how am I doing more and I got more bread and you're doing less? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't mathematically add up in my mind.
That's something I learned from Sean is just like questioning people. It's like, all right, well, you said you wanted to sell like 400K, right? Like, do you think showing up at 11 o'clock is going to help you?
And that's,
or 10 o'clock?
That's what's motivating in thinking in regard to how he operates. And I want to get him on one day is, the dude built $1 billion company and still outworks a lot of people. I see it. I can see it in his energy. I see how he operates. I see him fly around to all these offices.
Dude, to the moment he wakes up, like, you think it's like made up, but like he wakes up in the morning and changes his voicemail every single day. And it's like, this is today's date, August 16, it's 7 a.m., leave a message. And he changes that every day to like hold himself accountable.
Wow.
And it was like the little things like that. And it's like, dude, you don't get to, to $1 billion just like nothing, It's like the habits, the discipline. It's not motivation going to get you there.
No.
It's like the stuff you learned when you were trying to build the foundation.
Just a straight killer. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Okay, so when did you start building an agency though? Because you write 500. Did you get agents right away?
Dude, I mean, I would recruit a couple people from here and there, but like, it took me maybe a year and a half, 2 years till I had a real solid foundation. And what really changed it for me was like when I locked in with Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he watched me for 12, 16 months. Like,
how'd you know Ronnie?
Just growing up in the community in Lexington, Kentucky. And even when I was working at the car lot, like, Ronnie always had a thing for cars, and he would be like, yo, what's the detail and stuff you'd use? And like I'd order it for him because like it was like exclusive. I'd be like, here, come pick it up. And it'd be like a big 5-gallon bucket of soap, some tire shine, and like we chop it up for a little bit. And I guess he's just watching on Instagram. And dude, I didn't know he was, because he was a restaurant owner. And like I didn't know he was going through a period like right after the pandemic where he wasn't profiting. Yeah. And so like him watching me like a hawk and then him coming into the business was like the main reason we switched to virtual. Like if I told you Ronnie's first day in the field, bro, I felt so bad. It was right there in I don't know the county, but right there in Philly, bro. It's like right in Philly. And I bought him he got some leads, like $500 worth. And like, dude, he booked a couple appointments. No one showed up. And dude, I felt bad. Like I went and bought him like some more leads. I was like, all right, there's gonna be some sales in here. Boom. And like, dude, whatever, he went and sold like $2,000-$3,000 in a day. He's like, holy shit, like this is real. He's like, but I'm not going to be driving like over an hour here and an hour there. He's like, we got to figure out the telesales. Like there's people doing it. And that's when we just like put our head down and.
Yeah, I was wondering why you guys didn't transition faster. It's like,
dude, well, again, like, dude, we had mailers, we had counties locked out. Like it was just like what we knew.
Yeah.
You know
See,
what I mean?
in the captain space, they forced us. There was no, I think it was because I'd give that that would be one of its pros. Because it's all like one team. Nobody owns their book of business. There's no freedom. You sell one product. Yeah. It's very organized and simplified. It's like an elementary school. Like we're changing, we're going this direction. And in 9 days, we went from in field to virtual.
Yeah. And for me, what it took, like, I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And like, instead of going to my appointments one day, I just sat there in like the basement of my mama's house.
Yeah.
Called, and I remember selling like 6-7 deals, and I was like, holy shit.
The game is about to change.
Literally, bro, I was like driving to someone's house, like, that is ghetto, bro.
Yeah.
And then like what did it for me was like the sealed the deals. Like I get a guy, he's in Richmond, Kentucky. It's like a 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
And he's like, buddy, I'm not doing nothing over the phone. Like, I want it. Like, just please come over. And I was like, we don't do that anymore. Pandemic, whatever. He's like, nah, please just do it for me. Like, all right, whatever. You know, like, I have a good heart. Dude, drive 30 minutes and the bastard no-showed me. And I was like, that's it. He ruined it for every person.
I'm never coming out now. Yeah. Hey, man, I got COVID. I can't come out. You going to do this or not? So, damn, dude.
And that's when, like, we mastered the systems, the profitability.
You know what I've always
skyrocketed.
hated was all the different damn hoops you got to jump through with some of the applications of like DocuSign this, now DocuSign that. Like what I love now, and I think only in the brokerage space really has it, is the text to signatures.
Yeah.
That is the smoother you can make the application process for the client and the agent. Dude, those are the best carriers.
Dude, I've closed some deals and like I've seen guys do it multiple times in like 15 minutes.
I love it. I love smooth. I love simple. I love peaceful. All of these, and that's the only thing I didn't like is like when you make something too complicated, it's not fun for the client. I think sometimes I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like especially when you're early on in your selling career and you can't like just kind of decipher if an appointment's taking too long, the client won't tell you no. They'll just spend 2-3 hours with you, go through that long process, buy it just to cancel on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, sometimes I don't feel like it's the agent's fault. I feel like they could have made the sale, but like the client just gets pissed off because the process is taking too damn long and they don't want to say no because they just feel bad.
It's happened to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So you haven't told enough if it has.
You got to keep it super simple, you know?
Yeah.
KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid. Well, it's all the same everywhere. Always be closing, keep it simple, stupid.
Nah, but I mean, dude, that's why I named the agency like the Blueprint Agency. Like, I truly believe we do have the blueprint for our agents to succeed, where our top killers are doing 2-3 plus a day. And
one thing I love about your guys' whole hierarchy, I always tell Wiley, is you just see money being made throughout the whole organization. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like prior to my podcast standards going up to $1 million a year in income for you to get on, I've just seen your guys, make money, get on the podcast and make money and just operate at a very high level in the insurance space that you just very rarely see unless you've got the culture. And really what I would, give credit to is it's just the work. It's not like you guys, and not to take away from the systems of training, the leads, the things that you guys have exclusive to you guys, but I promise you from years of doing it and seeing it, you guys work.
That's all it is, bro. And the people that say they're working, they're not working.
Yeah, if you're working, you're getting paid. The universe doesn't lie. The marketplace doesn't lie. When you bring value and you chase the bag honestly with a good heart, and you bring value to clients and customers, it's gonna pay you. The marketplace is gonna give you what you're worth. So it don't lie, man. So you lock in with Ronnie, and then year 2, year 3, you start popping.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, the second year I sold 8,000, just $10,000 less than the first year, but I kept over $250,000 the second year.
Yeah.
That was because like we dialed in the leads, dropped the mailers, dropped in person.
Profitability.
And then the third year, like I sold under 500K, like 490.
Yeah.
But I kept over $500,000 that second year.
Wow.
That third year. And then like for me, like dude, it took just about 3 years to get to that 6 figures a month mark.
Yeah.
Ronnie, like 18 months.
Yeah.
Tanner, 10 months.
Yeah, bro. Tanner was so fast, bro.
10 months, bro.
Tanner's such an anomaly. He gives me like Elon Musk vibes or something, like when he was on the pod, and I was like, and I follow him now, and he's like, just post proof. All that matters is the proof. I love him,
man. He's such a beast,
bro. He's such a good kid, man. And just that's all that matters is have a good heart and go to work. You can literally Hamzat everybody and just take over. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's way harder in fighting in business. There's so many weak, soft people in America because we have so many things that we take for granted. We take for granted the food, the water, the shelter, the access, the resources, just everything that we have access to. I've been in insurance so long where I've worked with immigrants that when they first come here, they get scared of a grocery store because they're not used to an excess of food supply just being there available for you to pick up. You know what I mean? So it changes your perspective of like somebody lives in the same world as me, on the same earth as me. They don't have food or water readily available. And so if they were to come to my country and see a grocery store, they would freak the hell out. Yeah. And it makes me appreciate life way more. And it's like a gut check, and it's a humble reminder of like, dude, like you can have everything that you want if you're willing to work for it. And there's two hearts, you know what I mean? There's the heart of you not sacrificing for what you want, or the heart of you sacrificing for what you want. You choose that pain.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a saying I always say is like, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
The luckier you get. It's so simple. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to blame, complain, defend, and be like, well, this is why this didn't work and that didn't. Like the only thing that really doesn't work, if you're in the free range business model of like the brokerage world, whatever you're doing, if you're doing health insurance, you're doing life insurance, if there's free reign over, you have access to the best products, you've got access to the lead market. There's not a company like, because where I worked, we had access to one product. Yeah. Was it the best product? We weren't allowed to dabble in other leads without running it through home office, and they typically said no. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like and then we weren't even allowed to work in all 50 states.
You didn't own your business.
You were an
employee.
Not only did you not own your business, not only are you an employee, but you're a limited employee, and they tell you, hey, listen, you can't mop the whole floor. You can mop that corner.
It's like putting you in a box.
Just putting you in a box.
That corner, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And what's sad is like, dude, the guys that are still there right now, like, dude, they call it drinking the Kool-Aid.
It's the Kool-Aid and it's the golden handcuffs. So I can't completely hate on them, because when times are good, nobody wants to listen to nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would have woke up if I didn't, enter into a partnership where just all the money just was not adding up at all. You know what I mean? Anybody can go back, watch my podcast, watch my explanation of, what to do and what not to do when entering partnerships and business models. But like when the cash was good, you know what I mean? Maybe I would have stayed blind, because that's all I was exposed to. You know what I mean? Was making $500,000, $1 million a year, and thinking like, man, this is amazing. But then when it goes down and you're in that dark hole, and it's just you financially, mentally, physically, relationships end, people are leaving. I made a piece of content that went viral on how I lost a $100 million business. It's not because I built $100 million in business in the captive space. It's because I recruited, trained all of these people that went over to the brokerage world, and now when I add up just the ones I kept track of, not the ones even I don't keep track of indirectly, it's $100 million a year. No. That's how much I left, because I stayed stubborn of like, I'll just keep getting these checks. I'm making $5,000, $20,000 a week here sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be a quitter. I don't want to be a loser. I don't want people to look down on me. Now I look back at all of those little times, like you couldn't see it. And it was like compound interest. Sean talks on like the power of compound. He just posted a video. Like, this is what I wish I would have known in my 20s, the compound interest. I didn't see it happening, but right in front of my eyes now, I look back over 3-4 years of being stubborn. $100 million a year right now goes through the brokerage space, a year that I was the lieutenant over. I could have just left first. You know what I mean?
Damn,
can't beat him. Join him.
That is crazy to something to think about.
Bro, it's stupid to think. But it's like, for me, I don't regret it. I look at it as like, I'm glad I could be a part of those people's lives. But fool me once. What's that? Damn J. Cole's song?
J. Cole,
yeah, man. Fool me once.
Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Can't fool me again.
Yeah, you can't put the blame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me 3 times, load the chopper, let it rain on you.
Literally, bro. Like, so that's where I'm at now.
The good thing is, though, is like, dude, I say it all the time to new guys, is like, what we've went through, like, that shapes us into who we are now, like, the experiences, the skill set. So, like, dude, you can go up there and build a fucking $1 billion team with the skill set and network you got now.
You know what my vision is now? Because people will be like, well, why don't you come do this with us? And why don't you come do that? It's like, I'm so genuinely, like, I'm at peace, and I'm so like fulfilled with my life and whole in just every aspect of my life, with my relationship with God, my relationship with my woman, my relationship with my parents, myself. But deep down, until I take my last breath, I am so genuinely pissed off for the years that I believe were stolen from me. Not blaming anybody else but myself, but through my self-deception of buying into the Kool-Aid, of buying into the golden handcuffs of it doesn't get better anywhere else. If you quit, you're a loser. The grass isn't greener. You know, we're on the other side. The grass is green where I go. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna figure it out and build enough. And the big thing for me is waking other people up. I just want to help other people now. Like, genuinely, I want to help other guys that I know that are out there headed in a similar direction that I was, or in a position that I was, or left behind because they were just chewed up and spit out, and they were just somebody's override hoe. You know what I mean? They just pimped you out. You know what I mean? For recruiting, for lifestyle of like, let's just use and abuse this guy and make him feel like he's the world. And that's my mission. It's like, I'm going to spend the rest of my foreseeable future right now. Just, I'm going to wake as many people up as possible. Whether it makes me money or not, I know it'll come back in the long run. God will take care of me.
Yeah. No, I'm smiling because, like, dude, I swear I had a conversation with someone about, like, very similar, like, a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And, like, that's something I learned from all the guys that, you know, aren't making the $100,000, you know, a year. Like, the guys that are making $100K plus a month, you know.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
What it is for them, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about how can I change this guy's life? How can I change your life? How can I change her life?
Yeah.
And that's when, like, that compound of money starts to come in. When you stop looking at people like dollar bills, how, just like a client, how can I solve their problem, their why? It's the same thing.
Getting rid of that commission breath. There's commission breath when you're an agent, and then there's override breath when you're just a manipulative leader. And that happens at the lowest and highest levels. And guys will just be manipulative with your time, with your money, with your resources, and with you. And I think you've got to, this is why I like when Patrick Bet-David puts, you know, one of the biggest books manipulative leaders will tell you not to read is the 48 Laws of Power. You know why? It's a book on manipulation. And so a manipulator doesn't want you to figure out what?
Yeah.
Their language.
Yeah. Manipulation.
So one of the biggest books that, you know, my old company would always say, stay away from is the 48 Laws of Power. Then I read the 48 Laws of Power. I was like, damn it. I was like, well, I see exactly what the hell happened to me. You're an idiot. I should have you should have read this thing. Should have tested it, checked it out. So,
some of those white collar guys, bro, they're real good at that manipulation.
Bro,
like, it's called, like a silver spoon tongue or something.
Silver something, man. I don't know. I'm about to send some of these guys to Alligator Alcatraz. But I think of it as like, I think I've seen quotes like, the most evil men in the world aren't the gangsters. It's not the guy that'll shoot you. It's not the guy that'll beat you up. That's face-to-face violence. It's the white-collar crime, like you just said. The biggest, most evil men in the world are the ones behind the scenes. You know what I mean? That are just manipulating and maneuvering things to just, you know, end people's lives, their existence, and just suck out their life. And you see it in any like movie. You think of like Wizard of Oz. You know, everybody thought like the evil witch was the evil person. It was the guy behind the curtain the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's spiritual too. Like for my beliefs of Christianity, you know, there's a Bible verse that says we're not fighting, you know, against worldly beings, against worldly creatures. It's principalities. It's evil forces that are happening that none of us can see. And I believe that's pretty universal, regardless of beliefs. We can all realize there's an evil. That's why it's like when I talk on, you know, my girlfriend, she's Jewish. When I talk on, you know, when people, you know, come at us or me in regard to, you know, the lack of peace in the Middle East, I'm like, listen, there's evil forces on both sides where a few people or a few groups of people are ruining a lot of people's lives. There's no other way to look at it. And it's happened since the beginning of time. It's just pure evil. And it's unfair for all of mankind because it's not just limited to the Middle East. There's countries in Africa. There's internal turmoil. You look at Chicago, Chirac, you know what I mean? Like there's just evil happening. And when I look at it, it's like, you know who benefits? It's the same deal with COVID. And I won't get super political. It's like, there's a pharmaceutical company that made a damn near $1 trillion pushing a product in the midst of people dying. War makes people a lot of money. You know what I mean? And I always tell people, like, poor people don't get rich in war. Rich people get rich in war. They don't want it to go away. And that's what's unfortunate because a lot of lives get lost and a lot of lives get brutalized. But I say this all because it relates to sales. There's guys at the top that's like, they know all this stuff that's going on, selling a low-quality product, limiting people to territories, giving no ownership, not being transparent. They just want to keep brutalizing and churning and burning all these people because they just keep getting richer.
Nah, bro, that's why I love our brokerage space and our agency. Like, I've had people come over from a captive space, and they're surprised, like, just seeing me talking down.
Tanner.
They're literally surprised that we're talking to the agents and helping them. Like, thanking me. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, well, we never got this. Like, dude, we didn't hear from the MGA or whatever title they give them. You know what I mean?
All the different titles, Chief Glizzy Officer. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so crazy because how they'll motivate and manipulate people is like, if you want to spend time with your highest upline, you've got to write X amount of product, which, listen, I understand business and everything like that, but like, imagine like glazing yourself so hard that you make yourself part of the compensation. Like, hey, listen, the reason you're on a 40% comp mood is because when you get to come over and have a cigar with me, it's worth millions of dollars. Well, how much are you making? I'm barely making $1 million, but it's worth millions of dollars. That's why you're on. So don't ask questions. Don't worry about it. You're in my presence.
But like, yeah, to make what we were saying, like those captive spaces, like you hear it all the time. Is like the top guys making all the bread, bro, all the money, and the guys at the bottom are just running around.
Hooked. And the space in general is hard. 1% of the people are going to make money, whether it's in the captive brokerage space, whatever. That's fine. But it is not even comparable in regard to the frequency of money, and more importantly, because everybody likes to virtue signal and post how great God is and how much they love God, and then they'll just go sell a garbage product and rip the client off, and rip agents off. Oh, we're doing this for the Lord. What part of the Bible or your religion says rip people off in any business model? You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember reading that verse. What was that like? Scamathy, verse 12:7. Like,
Tribulation.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about, dog? That's crazy work. But, man, what's the future look like for you guys?
Dude, straight organic growth. I think we can finish the year at 10 million a month.
Wow.
We're right at a little above 4 million a month. But
sickening, bro. It's literally sickening. That's so crazy.
And that's really the goal. And then, I mean, in the future,
is that IP?
Yeah, issue paid.
God.
And we still believe the numbers are behind too, because like there's no way.
Yeah.
Because we're adding like, bro, a combination like me, Ron's side, like, dude, we're adding like maybe like 150 plus recruits a week in the pipeline.
Yeah.
So like total rider wise, maybe like an additional.
Is there anybody bigger?
Riders.
I mean, I know there's some OG uplines in the space, but like, is there anybody bigger than you guys then?
Yeah, I mean, we're catching up to Jay Masca.
Yeah.
If he's watching this right now, Jay, we're coming.
Yeah. I hope someone's going to send it to him and be like, what the hell is this?
but same thing. Like, dude, he came from a captive space. Like, no matter what.
Who do you think recruited him? Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I look back at. I'm like, oh, my God. There's a lot of production loss.
But no, dude, no matter what people got to say about him, like, I respect him. He works very hard. And, like, he earned where he's at,
Yeah, he's a good kid. I remember when he left, he literally spent a year, 2 years just traveling the country, living out of his Maserati, working like a sick dog just to do what he should have done. I give him his flowers, I give him his kudos. I tell him all the time, like, dude's a hard worker. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he cares about people. So the next thing I want to get into, do you watch UFC?
A little bit.
You got to, bro. You got to watch this fight tonight. Khamzat is such a killer, bro. Khamzat Chimaev.
Where's it at?
It's in Chicago. So I already know, bro. Being in Chicago, it has probably one of the biggest Muslim populations, in I feel like the U.S.
You hear a lot of alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Like that's where I learned most of my Arabic is being in Chicago so long. Like it's like Spanish.
You got many Palestine over there.
Literally, bro. Yeah. Like I've got so many friends. I've got a good friend that works at Yusha right now, Safe, and like straight from Palestine, just a killer, hard worker, crushes it in health insurance. But, I always joke around. I don't know if I
think I follow him on Instagram. Safe Hayek?
Yeah, Safe Hayek.
Dude, we need to recruit him, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was just with him the other night. Yeah, he's a killer.
He's a beast, bro.
But
he's like, dude, when I get excited when I see stuff like that. Like, other guys might hate, but like, dude, like his guys are grinding in the office on separation Saturdays too. Like,
yeah, man.
Everyone's
in the work. He puts in the work, man. But yeah, Khamzat fights tonight. It's going to be great. It's going to be an incredible fight. I know the crowd's going to be going crazy for him because
you got some bread on it.
I don't bet. I just gamble. I'm real big on I'll gamble on me. You know what I mean? I'll gamble on the business. If I'm gonna put bread on something, it's gonna be on me.
I love
you know what I mean? Because I know what I'm gonna bring forth. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had. Is there anything else you wanted to wrap up with?
Nah, bro. It was a pleasure having me being here. Meeting you and connecting with you. One thing I want to ask you is like same thing for you. Like, where do you see the future? Not only for the podcast, but for business and life in general.
You know what? My vision is to build $1 billion company in the insurance space. And I want to do it in the brokerage space. I feel like I've seen brokers, pick from one another. I've got so much familiarity with how captive companies are built. I want to bless captive people that are like myself, experienced, hard workers, good-hearted people, accepting 30% of the money, that are just so deceived right now and bought into the Kool-Aid of the titles, the trips, the trophies. Yeah. I want to bless those people, and I want to change the game and kind of use that as a playground to elevate and promote people to a better life. So that way I can stay friends with everybody in the brokerage world. It's like, you guys never have to ever worry about me coming for any of your people. I don't want them. You know what I mean? Because usually people in the brokerage world, once they're in it and they figure it out, if they start looking to go to other like brokerage teams, they're usually just comp. I call them like comp shoppers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean,
like,
the ones that, truthfully, bro, if they can't make it, in a brokerage space with one place, like if
they're not gonna make it like anywhere else. Yeah, like that's why it's like my target market is. Why would I want someone that definitely more than likely can't make it? You know what I mean? Like, especially like you guys have the most successful brokerage, like just your entire entity entirely. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have the most successful brokerage in the insurance game. Like, out of all the insurance distributors in the game, you guys have the most successful one. If they can't make it there, you know what I mean? Like, go back to 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like,
straight up,
go sell gerbils or something. Like this ain't, don't hit me up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for somebody else. But
we gotta save them all. If you're watching this and you're not making more than how much? Our average guy makes a little over $15,000.
Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like with inflation,
get saved.
Literally, bro. Like, you have to. You know what I mean? Like, inflation wise, I always tell people, like, you need to start preparing to like creep up on that 15 to 20 grand mark a month in gross income after taxes and expenses. You're going to be left with a couple $1,000s a month. People are like, how? I'm like, do the math.
Dude, I swear, like in college, I thought if you made 100 grand a year, like,
yeah, you're gonna be
you
rich.
made it, bro. And then I made, 100 grand a year, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, I got $3 left. You know what I mean? Where can people find you on social media?
My Instagram is _MN Nasser, and my phone number is 859-916-3710.
Let's go. Guys, another episode of Adversity Kings. This was special guest Mahmoud Nasser. So, alhamdulillah, God give me everything.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Let's go. Peace.